Hi, and welcome back to the series on Learn the Road to Learn React, a book by Robin Viroch. So I'm going to go through this book and just kind of, provide some additional context, maybe fill in some gaps at times, and hopefully the book along with this video series will be all you needed to finally be able to learn React. And the best part is I will be a better React developer myself as well. Okay, with that said, today we're gonna be hitting up Unit 2, Meet the React Component. Last week, it wasn't last week, it was yesterday actually. We talked about setting up React project. We talked about NPX, create React app. We talked about the project structure, and we talked a little bit about the scripts, the npm run script command. Okay, so today we're going to talk about components, and we're just going to dive straight into it. So just to refresh you guys' memory, we have this app that has a README, a build folder that I generated at some point, a node modules folder, package.json, a public folder, source folder, and a yarn.lock file. So I'm going to open up this project in Atom, my code editor, and one way to do it is you do atom dot for everything. Obviously this assumes that you have Atom installed, and this should open up the start app in Atom. Okay, so let's look at a component. And so React is all about components. There's many different components. You can have many different components. Everything is a component. That's what React is all about. It's about states and components. That's my opinion. It's just the way it seems like that's its strong suit. Everything is modularized. So with that said, we start the project with index.js, but the very first component that we load, true component, is actually app.js, not index.js. So let's start with app.js. Here's our first component. So if you look at this code right here, you'll see edit. It says right here there's text that says edit, source app.js, and save to reload. So if we start our app, and remember how we start our app, npm start, right? You'll see, let me bring my browser over here. You'll see that text being reflected right here. My point is, this is the page. The content of this page is in this component right here in app.js. Okay, with that said, let's dive into it. What Robin did at the very beginning, he actually made this module a lot simpler, because this is the boilerplate app component, but he felt like it's just too bulky, and he made it a lot simpler. And let's do the same. He got rid of all of this. Then he got, and all he did was literally just return a div like this, not even with the class name, just the div, just like this. And then inside of it, he put a h1 element, and you can put a message here, hello universe, and that's it. And I think at the one more thing, I think he imported React from React, so let's do that too. All right, and I'm going to test it out both ways. I don't know if we actually need to import React here, but okay. So let's look at our page. There's our text, hello universe. And just real quick, I wanted to find out if we truly needed this, because I don't see where it's being used. Yeah, it still works just fine. All right, cool. So look how much simpler this is, right? All right, so this is our app component. And what Robin is trying to emphasize is that these are just functions, regular functions, just like with regular functions, you can have an argument here. You can do things right here, do things here, and then finally you're just returning something at the very end of the function, just like with any function, JavaScript function. What else? He mentions props, which he says we'll talk about later. And also he mentions that this is JSX. It looks like HTML, but it's actually a little bit more sophisticated than regular HTML. You can do more things with JSX. You can have JavaScript within it, which is kind of cool. What else? So you could do things like this. So here's a very simple example. Title. And hello Earth. Let's do that to distinguish it from this message. And then here, maybe we can do something like, let's do some JSX. And we can say, with having the name of the constant around curly braces allows it to be used. Okay, let's check, and there it is. And see, have you also noticed how the page refreshes on its own every time we make a change? So let me show you guys. So if I change this back to universe, as soon as you save it, that is. So if I save it, Command S in my case, and use it changed to Hello Universe. All right, cool. I think that's it. I don't want to make this video. I don't want to make these videos too long. There might be some links that he wants you to check out. If I feel like they're important, I will share them in the description of this video. But the takeaway is components. This is a very simple component. This is, by the way, a functional component, not a class-based component. But don't worry if that doesn't make sense yet, obviously. Well, it shouldn't, obviously, because we haven't talked about it. But just be aware of it. There's different types of components. And all you need to know is that this is really the first very true component that gets loaded. You can load more components down the road. All right, guys, I hope this helps. Please don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye.